Hello and welcome to the uses of cloud in current smart office, an in-house training organized by the University Secretarial Staff Association, USSA, Olabisi, Onabanjo University Agoway branch. I am Owolabi Yussuf Kehinde, an IT support and network engineer at the ICT Resource and Training Center, Olabisi, Onabanjo University Agoway, and I will be the facilitator of this training. So, the purpose of this training is to further enhance the human capabilities of all secretarial staff and make them more relevant in their various offices. This training has been subdivided into 7 units, and the unit includes working with emails, sending mails and replying emails, scheduling meetings, scheduling online meeting, taking smart note taking or minute recorder, office apps, cloud storage, and lastly, online collaboration. So throughout this training, we will be making reference to Google productivity apps, examples of Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Meet as our preferred productivity tools. Now, we take the first unit, which is the working with email. I'll see you in the first unit. So, hello. Now, in this first unit, we'll start by accessing our email address by going to www.gmail.com to access our email. Once the page loads, we'll try to sign in with our email address. Because I already have my own email address signed in here, used on this machine before. That's why it's showing my email address for me. So I will enter my password, then I'll click on next to sign in. So I'm signing to my official email address. So upon signing in, you have some other options by your left panel that you can work with, but primarily for this purpose of training, I will only stick to this mail option here. And from there, you have the inbox. This inbox folder here stores all your incoming emails, or the emails that you receive are being stored in your inbox here. Then we have this sent folder. This sent folder also stores the mails that you have sent, that you've sent out to another recipient. Is being stored in your sent folder. And this draft here are the mails that you have prepared, but you are yet to send it out to the recipient. That's where the draft folder is. So to start by composing our mail, we'll click on the compose button here. So once we click on the compose button, it brings us a dialog box. From this dialog box, you have a new message. From here, you have the tool. This tool is the recipient of the person you are sending the mail to. That's the email address. They have the CC button here. So this CC button, this CC here also copies people that you want to, like the mail you are sending. You have some other people that you wanted to copy in that mail. So you enter their own email address under the CC button. And we have the BCC here. BCC here is like it's also like a CC also, but with a blind copy, such that you can copy people in this BCC and they will not be, the people in the CC and the tool will not be able to see who are being copied in the mail. It's a blind copy that we use to copy mail also. Then the next one is the subject. Now you enter the subject of your mail that you wanted to compose. From there, you go to your body to compose your mail. And after you are done composing your mail, if you wish to attach a file to your mail, you can click on the attachment button here to attach files. And if you also wish to attach pictures, you click on this picture button here to either search for the picture online, or you upload the picture from your machine and get it, or you also upload from your Google Drive. and get it inserted into your mail. And once you are satisfied with that, you can click on the send. We also have an option here which is the signature. This signature we is that you are the one who make customize your signature by yourself, so that the mail you are sending will have your signature at the tail end of your mail. Like what you have here is my own signature on my mail here. So any mails I send out has my signature here. So let me just run through like in a demo of how to send email. So I'm sending an email to NIS at OYAGOWay. I'm sending it. The subject of my email is or that's the title. The subject of my mail is notice of weekly meeting, and I'm here typing my body of my letter of my mail. Please be reminded that the weekly meeting yeah, I just finished composing my mail, and peradventure I needed to attach any file to this mail. I'll just click on this attachment button here. It links me to my browser, sorry, to my file explorer on my system, where I could just locate where I actually have the file. I just look at the file and I also click on insert to insert the file into my memo. Then I'll click on the send to send the memo. With this now, I've been able to send a mail out, and I can preview the mail I sent out now. Here, this is the mail, and that's been sent. But let's say now the second aspect is to reply to a mail. Now you got an email, which is, let's say you got this email and you wanted to, and you've opened and read the mail. You can just easily click on the reply button here to reply the mail. Okay, now you have just replied the mail and just click on send to send the mail, to reply the sender of the mail that okay, you've gotten the mail, and then you are able to, and you acknowledge the mail. So that is that about sending and also receiving, sending mails and also replying to mails. And the next one is you can actually forward this mail. Let's say this mail are some other people that you wanted to have, for them to have a copy of this mail, but they are not included in the primary mail. So you can just click on this forward to enter the next person's email address and forward it to that person. So I need to forward it to this person here. So just forward the email to that person and click on send. So it will copy all the mails that have been sent from the primary sender, and then forward that mail to that person. This is just an example of how you can forward mail. And then with this, we've been able to just run through the first unit of this training section, which is the working with email. So we used Gmail to do this training, and from there we were able to sign into our email address with our invested email address and a password. We're able to know about what inbox it does, which is inbox is where you which houses your incoming emails, and the sent is like your out mail outbox, which is this is where all your mails that you have sent out is being stored. Then you also have we also talk about the draft, which is like the email that you've prepared but you haven't sent out. And then we talk about the compose. They were able to reply and forward messages also. So that is that on this aspect of it. Thank you very much and see you in the next unit. Sharing and collaborating on an agenda with group members is one way to inform them of an upcoming meeting. It is also useful to schedule a meeting with an official invite. Calendar applications let you schedule an event and help attendees keep track of the time, location, and purpose of the meeting all in one place. In this unit, you will use Google Calendar to create a recurring event. Choose a time that works best for you and other group members. Find an off-site meeting space. Describe the purpose of your meeting. Set up video conferencing and link to your meeting agenda. So to start, from your Gmail, locate the Google Apps and navigate to the calendar. Or alternatively, open a new tab, enter google.com, navigate to the Office app, click on the Office app and navigate to the calendar. See the same thing. So you can view from here either by weekly, month, year. So we click on the month, then you choose a date for your meeting. Let's say for example I'm choosing Thursday, 23rd. Enter the title of my meeting. Get together party. Date is Thursday. Time. My time is starts by 8 a.m. Sorry, start by 11 a.m. You enter your start time and your end time and end by 1 p.m. You can click on these more options to get an advanced view. And our date, time has been set and our title has been set. So the next thing is for us to add location. See, location is OGD Hall. Okay. Then you need to send. Then you add. Next is to add your guests. Who are the attendees that you are sending? You are adding to this party. Let's say I'm handing this and this to this party. Then the next thing is to add a description of this for this meeting. Say hi guys, this is a notice of a proposed get together party to celebrate ourselves. Okay, so this is the purpose of the meeting. You have written it out in the description. So if you have any attachment to add to this meeting, you can just click on attachment button, search for the file you wanted to attach. Say I'm attaching this and click on insert. Peradventure the file you wanted to attach is not here. You can click on the upload, then you click on select file from your device, locate where the file is, and then you open to add to it. Once you have satisfied all this and you've added your guest, the next thing for you is okay. The next option now is that you can also integrate a video conferencing link, a video conference into this your meeting agenda, such that people who can't be able to make it physically to the meeting can as well join online and facilitate with you online. So a default meeting link has been created for you by Google by itself. So this link will be accessible to those who have access to this, who have been invited to this meeting. They will have access to this link and they will be able to join the meeting virtually via this link if the host starts the meeting from here. And once you are satisfied with every requirement of this meeting, you can just click on the save to save this. And once you save this, an invite by mail will be sent to all the guests on your list. Wahoo! So the event has been sent, and we will be able to schedule a meeting via the Google Calendar and keep track of our activities, our time on the Google Calendar. So that is just a short video on how we can schedule a meeting and how we can make use of Google Calendar to track our activities and our event for on our day-to-day act, um, activities. So thank you, and we'll meet in the next unit. While most people think of meetings as a large group gathered around a conference table, not all meetings need to be conducted in person. So in this unit, we will conduct a meeting virtually using Google Meet. If colleagues or group members work remotely or won't be with the rest of the team on the day of the meeting, they can attend virtually. This can be by phone or via the internet in a video chat. Anyone can connect to a virtual conversation using Google Meet with the camera and microphone on their computer or mobile device. To start, let's open our meeting invite in Google Calendar and click the link and click the link the link to join with Google Meet. So to ask you to access your microphone and webcam, click on allow. If you don't want people to see your video, you can just mute your camera from here. And you can also mute your microphone if you are not talking at the moment, or then also you join. Once you join, you can also invite people to your meeting by coming here, add the people's email that you wanted to add want to add to the meeting, or you can also copy the meeting address or the meeting link and send people to join. Okay, and send an invite for him to join. So once the person you're trying to invite has joined, you see the person's name appear on your screen. And if you wanted to share your screen in the meeting, you can as well click on this present now here, and then you will have opened the window where you wanted to present. So you come to this present button here, the entire screen, a window, click on a window. Now to ask you, which window do you want to present? You are presenting PDC. Okay, I wanted to present this file. This is what I wanted to present. Okay, so now this file has been opened for me now, and this file will be displaying on all the meeting attendees screen for them to view what I'm trying to present to them. And then if you are done presenting, you can just click on the stop sharing to stop presenting the file. Another thing also is not that you can also turn off your microphone if you are not if you are not the one to talk, and you don't want any disturbance from your own hand. And you can also ask your meeting attendees to also turn off their own microphone also, to avoid any distractions in the meeting. And peradventure you needed to talk or to make a contribution to the meeting, you can use this raise hand to raise your hand, and then the moderator of the meeting will give you the audience to talk. Another thing that you can also check your meeting. You can also check your your settings here to actually configure your microphone and test your microphone and speakers also. So since my microphone is off, that is why it says that my microphone is off. But once put on power on my microphone from here, I can go back to my settings and I will test that my microphone is working perfectly well. And the same thing also goes to my video. Since my video is turned off, that's why you see my camera is off. But I can actually set my send resolution. If I want a high quality pictures, I can put it to a high definition. If I want a standard definition, I can put it to standard definition of 360p. And then if I'm going to be what I'm supposed to receive as a video from outside also, should it be a high definition of video or a low definition of video, I can actually set that also. And if I don't want to have anybody's picture displaying on my screen, I can just click on the audio only, such that it will save me my data and it will not cause distraction for me in the meeting. So you can set up all your meetings here. You can actually do some what's it called, you can do more things with this, more options here. You can actually create a whiteboard, you can change your layout, you can enter to full screen, you can switch camera. If you have multiple cameras, you can switch it, you can apply visual effects to your video, you can add captions. So if I say I'm turning on my caption, yeah, so as I'm talking, this will help me auto um, transcribe what I'm saying in speech to text. So that is what this, and you can see from here that what I'm saying so far has been transcribed in this section here. So that is just how you can also have you have the options for the chat box here. In that, inside the video chat, you can also have a text chat in this video chat also, so that you can also have some kind of collaboration or kind of contribution from your audience who have been muted, and they have one or two things to say in the meeting. They can actually put their things down in this chat section of the meeting, on the video chat. Yeah, so that's just about how we can use schedule a virtual meeting, and then we can also make use of Google Meet in this, using Google Meet to do our video conferencing. So let me a quick recap. We first talk about how we can enter the Google Meet from our calendar, and then from there we also talk about how we can also create our own how we can create our own meeting by just click on new meeting here. Then we can create a meeting for later. You can create an instant meeting, or we schedule a meeting inside calendar. You can enter your name or your nickname to join, and then you click on the join button to join the meeting. And that's all about this. Thank you. If typing is slow and difficult, use speech to text on the Google Doc, otherwise known as voice typing. This is best used when there is a rough draft already in place, as the microphone will record all unintended utterances. Voice typing may help you enhance and also extend the piece into a fully formed narrative. To get started with, go to the All apps here, navigate down to Docs, open a blank document, click on the tools in the toolbar across the top, navigate down to voice typing. So a microphone icon will appear on the upper left corner of the dock and it will be in good black color. This shows that the microphone is off. So when you put it on, the microphone will turn to red, and then and which shows an indication that your microphone is working to type whatever you are saying, or your narrative into text for you. So I will just read a sample of it with just with this sample text to try to see if this works or not. So I click on the microphone icon, it turns to red. I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this special occasion of our associations. The quest for this workshop came up because of the technological revolution at the workplace and the millennial effect in our workforce. Full stop. This is a major reason the executive at Assumption in office in October 2020 liaised with the Olabisi Onabanjo University Consult to organize a professional certificate in computer essential training for our members, which some have completed and some are on it. So this is just a sample of how we can use the voice typing, which is also known as the speech to text, to enhance our productivity in the office. Welcome back. We are at the fifth unit of this training session. The Google Docs brings your document to life with smart editing and styling tools to help you easily format text and paragraph. And as secretary, uh, we make use of these apps because it's our conventional apps and it is what we use in discharging our duties. Example of this is the docs and the Excel with the sheet. So to start with, from the Google homepage, you can navigate to the Google Apps and scroll down to Docs or Sheet, or you enter the URL docs.google.com and hit enter. You'll be provided with this welcome screen where you have option to either select a blank document or you choose from the template or from the recent document. You also have the option to also select from your drive, either pick from a file and then you can upload file to this place, or you get those files from your drive. So we'll start with a blank document. So using the Google Docs, it helps you to also type your minutes, your memos, and anything you needed to do on a Word document or word processing application. You can use it everything on Google Docs. And one beautiful thing about this thing is that you can work on the go. You can start working on this on your system, and when you are going home, you can also continue from your mobile devices or from your personal laptop and get home. Not necessarily you actually wait until you get to office before you can work. You can start typing anything that you wanted to get from here, and you can as well also upload your predefined or pre-typed document and edit from there as so much as you actually feel it's necessary for you. So the next one we can do now is to also go back to this and select sheet. On this sheet, what we use Microsoft Excel for, the same way you also make use of this sheet, because it's a spreadsheet processing application, and it helps you to also do your activities that requires you making use of spreadsheet applications, like cataloging your incoming mails and outgoing mails. Then you can, there's one beautiful thing about it is that you can actually share your file to your colleagues in your in your office, so that they can have a view of what you are working in your office, and they can also see how you do your work. So the next one here is also it's the slides, which is the PowerPoint application system. On the Google we call it slides. On this slide you have the option to also get a blank document, or you also choose from the template, or you select own from your recent applications, or you upload, or you open a file either from your drive, or you upload a new file and set it into the system. To use docs, it's just the normal way we used to use our our word processing system. So I mean, let me just say I have a file that I work on my machine, but I want to make it online so that anywhere I go I can easily access this file. Let's say I have a memo system. I can just click on this file to select them, click on upload, select a file from menu. Let me search for memo. Okay, I have a memo here. I'm trying to upload. So now what I'm trying to do now is that I'm taking my work from my machine, from my computer, into a cloud space, such that anywhere I go I can easily access the file, and also I can also share this file with my colleagues who also have one or two things to contribute to it also. So now I've been able to move all my files, everything, all my memo into cloud now, and it's been saved automatically online, such that anything I needed to get from there, I can easily edit and then do one or two things to it. And I can also share this my memo with my colleagues. Let's say I needed to, okay, I'm sharing this with this aim, and I'm making this priority to be either I can. So you have the option to make your priority to be either a viewer, a commenter, or an editor. A viewer will only view but will not be able to comment or to edit anything on it. A commenter will only comment on it. Make he cannot make any correction to any file there. But the editor will be able to make correction to files, do anything that he wanted so far. And you have option to also have a like send a message, add a message to this file you are sending to the person, so that the person will know what the file or the description of the file is all about. So memo system. So, okay, you click on send. Now this file has been shared to one person now, and we can both work on this file concurrently. So that is how we can move our files from our local desktop, into the cloud storage. So the next one is how we can also move, we can also make use of the sheet. Go to the main menu here, scroll down to the sheet. So on this page you also have options to make a blank presentation, or you choose a file we have already worked on before. Let's say I want to choose a file from here. Then you can upload, select file. So you can upload file, or you can go to your recent start, or let's say we are working with a file that's a colleague of yours has shared with you. You have option here to, so you can easily navigate to the file and search for the file your colleagues shared with you. Then you can open it. Let's say I have a file shared with me by one of my colleagues. Okay, I have this, and I can click on, since I've made sure that this is what this file that I wanted to open, just click on open. Now I have it. So this is a spreadsheet document that I'm actually working with, from being shared by another person to me, but I can also work with it, and I can edit and do anything I wanted to do with it. And lastly, we also have the slides. So the slide is a PowerPoint is a presentation application or software that makes you visualize you can really visualize your content. So this one is an example of a spreadsheet app, sorry, of a presentation app that I've made in the past, so I can easily work on it. Why not even with my system I use to make the presentation? I can have and I can share with another person, like I said earlier. I can do all sorts of things I needed to do that I can do on the normal PowerPoint application. I can also do it on Go Slides, and that is just about Google Docs. Google Docs has four things. We have the slides, it has the sheet, we have the feedback, and lastly we have the forms. But based on this focus of this training, I will not go into these forms, but let me just explain that forms is used to take feedbacks and to take response from people outside. Let's say you hosted a meeting and you needed people's your um, participants response, or you needed their feedback to improve on yourself. You can create a new form here that you will not send the link out, so that people who attended your training or your event, or who you need some one or two input from, you'll be able to provide their inputs, their feedbacks to you, and where you work on with it. So that is that on this one. Google Drive is a cloud-based storage solution that allows you to save files online and access them anywhere from any smartphone, tablet, or computer. So you can use Drive on your computer or mobile device to securely upload files and edit them online. Drive also makes it easy for others to edit and collaborate on files. Using a cloud storage service like Google Drive has plenty of advantages, such as easier file sharing and having a remote location to back up your file. Google Drive's popularity is built on useful collaborative tools and built-in integrations with Google's suite of products and services. Let's think of Google Drive as a later day hard drive. Google Drive gives you the power to upload and save a range of file types, documents, photos, audios, and videos to Google services or the cloud. Drive can serve as a backup solution or as a way to free up space on your device. To understand why Google Drive is so popular, it's important to note that it's built to work seamlessly with Google, and one of the Drive's best features is its integration with Google's Office suite of cloud native apps, which, if you have experience with Microsoft Office, will look familiar. Some of the Google Drive's other key features include storing files. By default, with your normal Gmail account, you have a 15 gig of free storage space across Gmail, Google Drive, and Google Photos. And if you ever hit that limit, you can always pay for more space by upgrading to a Google One account. With your official email address, this is OOU@go.ed.ng, you have approximately 1 terabyte of Google free space that you can make use of. Another key features of Google Drive is that sharing files. Files are private until you share them, so but at any time you can invite others to view, edit, or download files and documents. So another feature is that you can access your files from anywhere. So files can be accessed from any smartphone, tablet, or computer. Offline access is also available, and comprehensive search. So you can search. It can Drive can recognize images, even text in scanned documents, making searching for files even easier. Then the last one is that security. Google Drive files Google Drive files as protected with a high level encryption that it's not easy for intruders to have access to. Now let's go about how we can make use of access the Google Drive. From the Google homepage, you go to the All Apps here, Google Apps here, you have the Google Drive here, or alternatively you enter the URL drive.google.com. It still leads you to the same place. So on this place you have your drive here. On my own drive I've used 63.73 gig of file storage. This is my official email address for the school, and I use my own drive to as a backup of on my hard drive, so that any files I have on my hard drive I will back it up on my drive So if I want to have access to any one of these, I can easily get access to them. So here you can click on the new here. This new here, you can, from this new, you can create a new folder. If I want to create a new, I call it OSA files. Click on create. From here I can click on here, on this new again. I can click on for a file upload, folder upload. I can upload a file, I can upload a folder. Then I can also work with, like, I have options of all the Google apps, because it has been integrated into the Google Drive, such that your Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and Google Forms, and many more can be accessed all at once from the Google Drive. So from the Google Drive there, I can create a blank document or from a template, and so others for others down here also. We have option of Google Drawings, Google My Maps, Google Sites, Google All Children. So the next thing is that once you have once you have created your file, you can double click on it. Then you try to what to upload files into this folder for backup purpose. So from here I can drag and drop folder files from my system, and then upload it directly to the, let's say I wanted to upload this file. I can just drag it in, and yet my file is being uploaded. Now I have my file back up online. I can easily click on this and share, generate the link, get link that I can use to share to my colleagues who will have access to it. Copy this link. If I copy this link that I copy now is the unique link to the location of this file that I just uploaded on my system. And alternatively, I can also share by just entering the person's email address I wanted to have access to this file. Instead of me to give that person the link, I can just add that person's email address to this place, and we also have some right of some privileges to this file here also. I can preview the file from here. So this is a preview of the file that I just uploaded here now. I can decide to delete it. Then I have here more options here to show file location, add a shortcut to drive, and some others. I can even download from here or make a copy of it also. So I have a lot of options I can use to work with in this Google Drive. If you try by yourself, you get more things to do with it. You can easily back up all your files on your desktop into this Google Drive for it to be safe and for you to share with your people. And also we also have a good security and a strong backup, so that if there's any failure on your machine or your desktop or your computer, you can easily have access to all your files from your drive. Thank you. Online collaboration connects users digitally to communicate in an online space. Online collaboration is usually supplemented using a software system that lets team members chat using video, audio, and text. It is mainly a way for organizations to improve communication and boost project efficiency. So online collaboration offers organizations a chance to achieve optimal communication among team members during projects. So collaborating online provides more spaces where teams can communicate. Now all of the units that we have set from started from unit 1 up to unit 6 all have an element of online collaboration in them. So let's take from the last one, which is the Google Drive. Google Drive is mainly the system where where your online collaborations is more relevant. Like from every file that you shared on your Google Drive, you have on your Google Drive, you can easily share them with your team members or your teammates or your colleagues in your offices or in your units. These files once the file is being shared, colleagues can come together on it together and work on the single file that you share with everybody, and to produce a single result. So that's as an example, or like an illustration of an online collaboration. Like I have here from my drive, I have shared with me. So the shared with me is a folder where all the files that have been shared with me from my colleagues in my unit or in my organization are being shared with me for me to collaborate on. You have to have a view of it, to preview, to comment on, or to have anything that I want to like to do with the file is being shared with me here, or now they shared with me. You have some examples of the files that have been shared with me by my colleagues. So another one is, if you go to the Google Meet. Google Meet is also is an example of a online collaboration, because you have the video aspect for it, where you can collaborate with your teams. You can have a teams meeting, what a brief of the project at hand, and you can have like an update of what are the next steps to do with in your unit. So we also have another example of online collaboration in the calendar tool here. So the calendar tool also has an online collaboration whereby you can share your calendar with your colleagues. You can share your event with them. You have a glimpse of you getting to work together on a team with a proper project guide and timeline. So it can be on the Google Calendar also to also have like an online collaboration to implemented in it also. So that is just about online collaborations, how you can share either files, audio, videos, text along with your peers. Okay, for example, this file I'm trying to open, and I can also share this file with my colleagues who can also work on this file concurrently, and it can have an input on the file. If I just click on the share icon here for my Google Docs to share this file with my colleagues, who will then put in his own. Okay, okay, I'm giving him the editor role, so that he can also have one or two things to add to it. Now this document has been shared with my colleague, and let's see how it works with the document. Now now as this person is typing on this on the file, is also reflected on my own screen, so that I can know that yes, this one person the person I share this file with is actually working on the file currently. And he also will also see that he also see my cursor wherever my cursor is, and also note that okay, I'm actually working on this file, and these are the inputs I've been trying to make to the file also. So this is how we can actually collaborate on a document or on a file with your colleagues. So thank you, and this ends the training session on the uses of cloud in current smart office.